Okay, so my name is Anna Jacobson. I'm technically Dr. Anna Jacobson, and I work here at SITE. I teach graduate courses in literacy. This program technically certifies you in literacy. However, it also gives you 30 credits towards professional certification in the state of New York. So a lot of people will come, and they may or may not be initially interested in literacy. Usually by the time they're getting out, they're kind of excited about the idea that they do get, in many cases, an initial certification in literacy. It gives them something else that makes them more marketable. So the literacy program is about 10 years old now. It offers classes in both literacy and in special education. Students who come into our program are able to get their master's within about 3 semesters, which is a real advantage. It's designed specifically for working teachers because we know teachers work so hard during the school year. We like to try to give them the opportunity to take advantage of their Saturday time, and so they come in and they take their classes in on Saturday. We offer classes that vary from reviews of some of the basic techniques in literacy all the way up to doing research in literacy, and right now that's the class that I'm teaching, is going to be mostly about research, but also gives a field experience as well. Yes, very rarely do we find somebody who starts out as a literacy major. I have had everything from math students in here, a lot of special ed folks who just would like to pick up their literacy degree, science on occasion, English, at the higher levels. We get everybody from pre-K all the way up through 12th grade. And it affects, I think, how they teach in whatever their subject area is, because even though they may have always thought of themselves as a math teacher, for example, now they're thinking of math more conceptually. And how do you actually teach the students the concepts behind math? And how do you get the students to be able to understand, because literacy is all about understand the deeper concepts and then be able to express them as well? When we talk about research with literacy, we're really dealing with stuff that's action research. And action research, when we talk about that, is teacher research. So it's things that a teacher is doing in their classroom that they can basically almost validate what's going on in their classroom, but also try some new activities. As a teacher, you always have these ideas about things that you would really be interested in doing with your class. If you had the time, if you had the energy, well, we're giving you the time, and we're hopefully going to build your energy and enthusiasm to actually try it. For example, I had one student last semester who was teaching pre-K students with disabilities. And the idea that she had was to see how the children would learn their letters kinesthetically, knowing that there were issues in terms of their writing. There's field experience as well. It's 50 hours at pre-K through 2, and then it's 50 hours from grades 1 through 6. Some people also choose to do an extension into the middle school and high school, and that's another 50 hours. But this is an opportunity for them to go and observe classes. They're ideally observing classes in which literacy is being taught or is being developed. At the early levels, they're seeing how a teacher would be working with the mechanics of teaching literacy. At the upper levels, it's how do we deal with nuances, looking at things a little bit more conceptual, a little bit more in depth, I guess. So. And one of the things that I always think is the most remarkable about the research course is that, first off, we're getting incredible teachers in. We're getting people who are willing to not only work their 40 hours as a teacher, but they're willing to give the extra time, of course, as all students are within this program, to actually learn something. What I find particularly interesting in the research course is that teachers never think of themselves as researchers, and they never think necessarily that they can do it. Research is something that somebody else does. But to actually see that within your class, it counts, that you can actually try something out. Start to record what you're doing. Try to get down that there's a reason for it and give yourself validation. There's a word for what I'm doing in my course. But it's that enthusiasm, it's that excitement that you've gone teacher plus. Now you are not just a classroom teacher, you're a teacher who can handle research. You're a teacher you are a master teacher when you come down to it. And that's, when you see that, it is just the most remarkable thing. For me, as an instructor, I always get goosebumps when the students tell me this. When you can see it, they are so confident now. We know we've had so much success in the past that we know people can do it.